Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome to the next session. In this session, we are going to talk about. Uh, in this session, we are going to work with different form elements which are there on any normal website. So for that, first I'll log into this demo.guru19 application. We're going to work on the same one for this particular exercise. Since we have already done the login part, I'll directly log in by entering manual username and password, and here we are. So the first step we see here is there is an option called new customer. So when I click on it, it opens up this form for me. Okay, so here we are going to work with two things. First, we're going to see how you can interact with the link, and then we are going to see how you can fill up this form where we have text box, where we have text area, then we have radio buttons. So these are common elements which you'll find in any of the web page, any of the web form, right? So starting with clicking on this link called new customer. So let's first check how this element is there in the HTML code. When I right click on it and do an inspect, so I'll open the crow path, and here you can see when I open the crow path, it is giving me some of the locators. Like you can use the relative XPath, you can use link text, partial link text, and so on. So before we directly jump on using the crow path, let's first understand how it is giving these locators, right? So here I've opened the HTML code. So you can see it shows a link. Any link in an HTML is used, or it's created using this tag called anchor tag or a tag. Okay, it's also known as anchor tag. And every anchor tag has mandatorily have one attribute called href, which is the reference link, where you once you click on it, this page will open up. So here you can see the add customer page.php is the page which opens up here. Okay, and it has one of the one more thing it has is this text. So this text is something which is appearing here. So we also call it as link text. Okay. Now, so the link text coming as new customer, right? For now, I'll just close this. Okay, I'll just okay. Okay. So this is the reference link which is coming. Sorry, this is the anchor tag, right? Now, let me talk about those two locators which we had called link text and partial link text. Since here we are dealing with a link, so we have to work either with link text or partial link text. And let me explain you what is the difference between two. Okay, so let me open a notepad. Okay, so we're going to talk about two things here: link text and partial link text. Now, what is the difference? Say, for example, we were dealing with a anchor tag A, right, which has one of the attribute href, and it has some link. Let's say add customer.php is something which is open, and after that, this closing tag, and then we have new customer as the link text, right? Now, this link text is the complete text which you see. If you are searching this link using the complete text, then it is link text. But if you're just searching based on partial text, like either customer or new, then it becomes the partial link text. So let's use this now in our code. Okay, so here I've opened up the project which we created in the last class. In the same class, we are going to continue. So here I'll say public void and add customer is the class I'm creating, right? So here the first step will be driver dot find element. by dot link text, and I'll give the value of the link text. So here we have new customer as the link text. Let me just confirm here as well on the, yeah, so here it's new customer, right? I'll copy it from here and I'll enter here. So this is my element. Now what do I want to do on it? The operation is click. So I'll click on this element. Once you click on this element, it will open up this form. Now I have to fill up this form, right? So to fill up this form, it has these as the, it has these elements, these text boxes. To fill up this form has multiple text boxes and a radio button and a text area. So let's see how you can fill it. So I'll start with a customer name, right click, inspect. Here you can see it has name equal to name. So I can use this. Is there any other attribute I can use? No, there is no other attribute. So we can use name equal to name, right? I'll go back here. I'll say driver dot find element by dot name, and the value of name is name itself. And I'll say here send keys. And let's say I give the name as Saurabh, right? Now, next we have is this gender, where we have male button and female buttons. But if you look at this male and female button, both of them have same name, right? Radwan. So what can I use here? The only value which is different here is value equal to M or value equal to F, right? Since we have not covered locators yet, I'm going to cover that in next session. So for now, I'll just take the help of my crow path and get the value of the x path, right? Or let me directly write the XPath for it. In the next class, I'm going to talk about it in detail. So for now, you can see the value of the XPath here will be, let's say, value equal to F if I want to select female, or value equal to M if you want to select female. Okay, how we came up with this, I'm going to cover in the next session. Okay, so for now, just take it like this. Say, for example, I go back to my code and here I'll say driver dot find element by dot xpath, and the value of xpath is this, and what I'm going to do with it is click on it, right? So I'll quickly complete the others because all of them have name attributes, so you can directly complete it. All right, so I have added all the elements here, so you can see all elements are added: date of birth, address, city, state, PIN number, telephone number, email ID, password, and submit button where I'm clicking. Okay, just one thing, remember that this date of birth I've just put as a text box right now. Going forward, we'll also see how we can interact with the calendar, right? So this is how we can add or interact with different elements, right? So in the next session, we're going to also talk about this radio button, how we have written the XPath. So for now, I'll execute this code. After logging in, I'll say Guru99 project dot add customer, right? Right click, run as Java application. So let's see if it adds the element. Okay, so it says please fill in all the details. Looks like, okay, this address does not allow a special character. I've added that by mistake. So let me remove that. Save it, right click, run as. Okay, I'll just close this window, right click, run as Java application. So here you can see it's first navigating to demo guru 99, then it is filling up the complete form. Okay, so it says email address already exists. I guess somebody has already added this email ID, but it is working, right? So I can tell you one small code which you can use to make your email ID unique always, right? So for that, I'll create one string variable. Let's say I call it as email ID, right? So here I can write it like this, that I say test, then I give one variable. So I will put it as uh, so I'll say system.current time in milliseconds, then at abc.com. So what this will do, since this system.current time milliseconds is the time, see what it says, it's the time which it returns the current time in millisecond, and current time is always unique. So this email ID will always come as a unique ID. Okay, if you want, you can print this also to see if it gives you a unique email ID or not. So this is just a small trick I have added where you can use your, or you can make your email IDs unique all the time. Let's run it now once more and see how it works. So I've navigated to demo guru 99 and then I've started adding the elements. So you can see now the email ID is very unique and it has successfully added the elements also, right? So that's all for this session. In the next session, when we will learn about the X paths, I'm also going to show you how you can uniquely get, or how you can get this customer ID. That's all from this session. Thank you so much for joining. See you in the next session.